What is happening, crypto fam? Get ready for a rapid-fire update that's going to blow your minds. The market is moving at warp speed, and if you're not plugged in, you're missing out. We've got some absolutely massive developments coming your way, shaking up the entire landscape. Today, we're kicking things off with a story that's set to redefine how we think about Bitcoin's capabilities. Get ready for a game-changing debut that could unlock a whole new universe of possibilities for the original cryptocurrency. This is big, folks, and you're going to want to hear every detail. Next up, we're turning our attention to the institutional giants. A major player in the financial world has made a colossal bet on the future of Bitcoin ETFs, signaling a significant wave of adoption that could bring even more mainstream attention to the space. This multi-billion-dollar move is not just a number. It's a powerful statement about where the smart money is heading. We'll break down what this massive investment means for the market and for all of us. Then, we've got an update directly from the source that's going to have everyone talking. A leading stablecoin issuer is set to launch its flagship product natively on the Bitcoin network, leveraging a cutting-edge protocol. This integration promises to bring enhanced functionality and new use cases directly to Bitcoin, potentially transforming it into something far more dynamic than ever before. You don't want to miss this. And finally, we're heading to the public markets, where a major American Bitcoin mining company is making waves with its upcoming Nasdaq debut. This move could pave the way for increased institutional investment and further blur the lines between traditional finance and the crypto world. It's a huge moment for the mining sector and a must-watch for anyone invested in the digital asset space. Make sure you're subscribed and the notification bell is on so you don't miss any of these critical updates. Bitcoin gets a stablecoin upgrade. Prepare for a seismic shift in the Bitcoin ecosystem. Tether, the issuer of the world's largest stablecoin, USDT, has announced its intention to launch USDT natively on the Bitcoin network via the RGB protocol. This is not just another integration. It's a monumental step that could fundamentally change how we perceive and utilize Bitcoin. For years, Bitcoin has primarily been viewed as a store of value, a digital gold. However, the advent of protocols like RGB is poised to unlock its potential as a platform for more complex financial transactions and applications, moving beyond simple peer-to-peer payments. The RGB protocol, which stands for really good and is inspired by the color coins concept, allows for the creation and management of digital assets on the Bitcoin blockchain without requiring any changes to Bitcoin's core consensus rules. This means that smart contracts and tokenized assets can operate on top of Bitcoin, leveraging its security and decentralization while introducing programmability and utility. The implications are vast. Imagine being able to conduct complex financial operations, issue new digital assets, or manage programmable contracts all directly on the Bitcoin network, all while maintaining privacy and scalability. Tether's decision to launch USDT on RGB signifies a major endorsement of this technology and a commitment to expanding the utility of Bitcoin. USDT on RGB is expected to offer users the ability to store and transfer stablecoins alongside Bitcoins within a single wallet, and even facilitate offline transactions. This level of native integration and functionality has been a long-sought goal for many in the crypto space. Tether CEO Paulo Ardoino highlighted this vision, stating, "Bitcoin deserves a stablecoin that is truly native, lightweight, private, and scalable." This move positions Bitcoin to compete more effectively in the smart contract and decentralized finance arena, areas currently dominated by other blockchains. The RGB Association, recently formed with key players like Bitfinex, Fulgur Ventures, and Plan B Network, is dedicated to coordinating the development and promotion of the RGB protocol. This collaboration underscores the growing industry support for making Bitcoin a more versatile platform. As Tether prepares to phase out support for several older networks like Algorand and EOS, its focus on newer, more advanced integrations like RGB signals a strategic pivot towards innovation and future-proofing its operations. This partnership between Tether and RGB could usher in a new era for Bitcoin, transforming it from a simple digital asset into a robust financial infrastructure capable of supporting a wide array of applications and services. This is a massive endorsement for RGB and a clear signal that the market is ready for more advanced Bitcoin functionalities. Next, we'll explore a significant institutional play that could further accelerate Bitcoin adoption. Hold on tight, because this story is a major indicator of institutional confidence. We're about to dive into a massive bet placed by a financial powerhouse on Bitcoin ETFs. Institutional giants place massive Bitcoin ETF bet. In a move that underscores the growing institutional appetite for digital assets, financial powerhouse Jane Street has reportedly made a significant investment in Bitcoin exchange-traded funds, ETFs. Sources indicate that the quantitative trading firm has allocated a staggering $3.4 billion across several Bitcoin ETFs, signaling a profound level of confidence in the cryptocurrency's future and its mainstream financial integration. This substantial capital injection is more than just a financial transaction. It's a powerful signal to the broader market about the perceived stability and growth potential of Bitcoin as an asset class. Jane Street, known for its sophisticated trading strategies and deep liquidity provision across various markets, is a respected name in traditional finance. Their decision to commit such a considerable sum to Bitcoin ETFs suggests a strategic belief that these regulated investment vehicles are a key gateway for institutional capital to enter the crypto space. The timing of this investment is particularly noteworthy, coming at a time when Bitcoin ETFs have seen considerable inflows, demonstrating sustained investor demand since their approval earlier this year. This influx of institutional money is often seen as a catalyst for price appreciation, as it signifies a broadening of the investor base beyond retail participants. The impact of such large-scale investments can ripple through the market, potentially driving up demand for Bitcoin itself and further legitimizing it as a serious investment option. Analysts are closely watching how these institutional inflows will influence market dynamics, particularly in the lead-up to potential further rate adjustments or regulatory clarity. The move by Jane Street could encourage other large financial institutions to follow suit, potentially creating a virtuous cycle of adoption and capital inflow. This development also highlights the evolving role of ETFs as bridges between traditional finance and emerging asset classes. By offering a regulated and accessible way to gain exposure to Bitcoin, ETFs are playing a crucial role in democratizing investment in cryptocurrencies for a wider range of investors, including pension funds, endowments, and asset managers who may have previously been hesitant. The sheer scale of Jane Street's bet suggests a long-term conviction in Bitcoin's ability to outperform and maintain its position as a leading digital asset. As more traditional financial players engage with Bitcoin through these regulated products, the narrative around Bitcoin continues to shift from a speculative fringe asset to a recognized component of diversified investment portfolios. The strategic allocation by Jane Street is a clear indicator that institutional adoption is not just a trend, but a fundamental shift in how digital assets are being integrated into the global financial system. This massive bet by Jane Street is a clear indicator of growing institutional conviction in Bitcoin's potential. Now, let's look at how Tether is set to expand Bitcoin's utility with a groundbreaking native launch. This is a massive endorsement for RGB and a clear signal that the market is ready for more advanced Bitcoin functionalities. We're about to dive into Tether's plans to bring USDT natively to the Bitcoin network. Tether unleashes USDT natively on Bitcoin via RGB protocol. Tether, the titan behind the world's largest stablecoin, USDT, has officially announced its intention to launch USDT natively on the Bitcoin network utilizing the innovative RGB protocol. This strategic move marks a significant evolution for both Tether and the Bitcoin ecosystem, aiming to enhance Bitcoin's capabilities by integrating stablecoin functionality directly onto its blockchain. The integration will allow users to seamlessly store and transact USDT alongside Bitcoin within a single wallet, with the added benefit of offline transaction capabilities. This development is particularly noteworthy as it leverages the RGB protocol, a client-side, state-expanding smart contract system designed for Bitcoin and the Lightning Network. RGB's core principle is to enable the issuance and management of digital assets and complex smart contracts without altering Bitcoin's base layer consensus. This means that new functionalities can be built on top of Bitcoin, enhancing its utility without compromising its security or decentralization. Tether CEO Paulo Ardoino expressed enthusiasm for this advancement, stating, "Bitcoin deserves a stablecoin that is truly native, lightweight, private, and scalable." This sentiment underscores the project's commitment to developing solutions that align with Bitcoin's foundational principles while expanding its use cases. Currently, USDT is available on over 20 different blockchain networks, including Ethereum, Tron, Solana, and Avalanche. However, the launch on RGB represents a deeper, more integrated approach to Bitcoin. The RGB network itself has seen significant development this year, with version recently going live on the Bitcoin mainnet, opening the door for tokenized assets and programmable contracts. The formation of the RGB Association, comprising prominent entities like Bitfinex, Fulgur Ventures, and Plan B Network, further signifies the growing industry support and coordinated effort to drive the development and adoption of the RGB protocol. This collaborative structure aims to promote and advance the protocol's capabilities. Importantly, Tether has also announced that it will be ceasing support for several older networks, including Algorand, Bitcoin Cash SLP, EOS, Kusama, and OmniLayer, effective September 1st. This strategic decision to phase out support from less advanced or less utilized networks, while focusing on cutting-edge integrations like RGB, highlights Tether's forward-looking approach. The ability to manage stablecoins and other digital assets natively on Bitcoin, with features like privacy and scalability inherent to RGB, could transform Bitcoin into a more versatile platform for financial applications. This integration is expected to attract a new wave of users and developers to the Bitcoin ecosystem, potentially increasing its utility and adoption for a wider range of financial services. This native integration promises to unlock new levels of utility and accessibility for Bitcoin users. Looking ahead, we turn our attention to the public markets and a major U.S. mining company's impending Nasdaq debut. This is a significant step for Bitcoin's utility and a clear indicator of future innovation. We're about to explore how a major American Bitcoin mining company is making its mark on the stock exchange. American Bitcoin mining firm set for Nasdaq debut amidst market volatility. In a significant development for the cryptocurrency mining sector and its intersection with traditional finance, American Bitcoin, a prominent Bitcoin mining company, is poised for its public market debut on the Nasdaq. The firm is set to merge with Griffin Digital Mining, with its shares expected to trade under the ticker symbol ABTC. This all-stock merger, supported by a strong base of traditional and institutional investors, is slated for early September. Notably, the company will be largely controlled by the sons of former U.S. President Donald Trump, who, along with other key stakeholders, will hold approximately 98% of the company's total control. This impending Nasdaq listing is generating considerable buzz, particularly due to its potential to mirror the America's Crypto First agenda and adopt a strategy similar to MicroStrategy's approach of holding significant Bitcoin reserves. Such a move could provide investors with exposure to Bitcoin's price movements without direct ownership of the cryptocurrency, potentially driving further capital inflows into the Bitcoin market and influencing its price positively. The correlation between the crypto market and traditional equities has been strengthening, with rolling correlations between Bitcoin and major indices like the Nasdaq 100 and S&P 500 reaching as high as 0.87. The listing of American Bitcoin could intensify this relationship, potentially injecting some of the cryptocurrency market's inherent volatility into the stock market, or conversely, providing a more stable entry point for traditional investors. Short-term traders may find opportunities in the potential price surges often associated with such landmark events. Beyond its direct impact on Bitcoin's price, the debut of American Bitcoin is also expected to cast a spotlight on other Bitcoin-related projects, including innovative meme coins that blend utility with cultural appeal. Projects like Pepinode, Bitcoin Hyper, and Wall Street Pepe are mentioned as potential beneficiaries, poised to gain traction from the increased attention on the Bitcoin ecosystem. Pepinode, for instance, is highlighted for its gamified virtual mining experience and cross-token reward structure, aiming to make mining accessible to a broader audience. Bitcoin Hyper is noted for its blend of meme culture with utility-driven features like Layer 2 scaling and Solana virtual machine integration, while Wall Street Pepe focuses on empowering retail investors with trading signals and community access. The article also touches upon the emergence of meme coins like Token 6900, which thrives on intentionally absurd and low-effort memes, appealing to degen traders. The broader context of the listing is framed by the volatile political landscape, with the Trump administration's influence adding another layer of unpredictability, creating an environment where spectacle can sometimes overshadow logic. The listing of American Bitcoin is seen as a significant event that could further integrate the mining sector into mainstream finance, offering new avenues for investment and potentially influencing the trajectory of both the crypto and traditional stock markets, while also shining a light on emergent projects within the crypto space. This Nasdaq debut could significantly impact the correlation between crypto and traditional equity markets. Now, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future groundbreaking updates. This Nasdaq debut could significantly impact the correlation between crypto and traditional equity markets. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future groundbreaking updates. And that's a wrap on another electrifying crypto update. We saw Tether's massive USDT launch on Bitcoin via RGB, Jane Street's colossal $3.4 billion bet on Bitcoin ETFs, Tether's native USDT on Bitcoin using RGB, and American Bitcoin's upcoming Nasdaq debut. Don't miss out on any of these game-changing moves. Smash that like button, subscribe to Bitcoin Bulletin for all your essential crypto news, and ring that notification bell so you're always the first to know. Follow us on all social platforms for more real-time updates and join the conversation. We'll catch you in the next one.